Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. It is March 30th, 2018. My name is Angie Atkinson, and on this channel, I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse in toxic relationships. I like to call it toxic relationship rehab. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and let's get going. So as you see by the title of today's video, it is Fearless Friday here at queenbeing.com. And I wanted to share with you a few little bits of fearless advice to get you going through the weekend. I know weekends can be really difficult with narcissists. So whether you're dealing with one or you previously have dealt with one, sometimes it helps to get a little pre-weekend boost, right? Right. Good morning, everybody. Let's see, we have Jenny. Good morning. Las Miranda is back. Hello. And welcome back. Stephanie NS, cute rabbit. Hello, ladies. And Jennifer Smith, hello. Southern Charm, good morning. Yes, what's your quick question? And let's see. Manicred Blaze, that's a cool name. I probably said it wrong. Good morning. Surf Smurf in the house. Doreen B, hello, everybody. James F, Kimberly Binion, Butterfly Mama. Las Miranda says, Angie, is it possible? Oh, hey, Kimberly. Good morning. First time coming in. Welcome to the tribe. I'm happy to have you. Butterfly Mama, good morning. Last Miranda says, Angie, is it possible that love bombing can sometimes be just a harmless form of expressing one's excitement over someone, or is it always a red flag? Great question. So I think a certain amount of, being in the beginning of a relationship is always exciting, right? You always have that kind of, not always, but very often you have that infatuation period in any relationship, normal or otherwise. But love bombing it's hard to even distinguish it. I've actually done videos on the difference between love bombing and actual normal first, love or falling in love. And I think one of the things about love bombing is that it happens very quickly, um, and that it often leads to like insta commitment, right? So it I think in some cases, it could be a harmless form of expressing your excitement, but I think at the same time, it should be a reason for you to kind of step back and think about it a little bit, and make sure that you're not rushing into the situation. If Let me just put it to you this way: if that person really is your one, they will wait until you are comfortable and ready to go. They'll give you a little space if you need it or whatever. Um, Infatuation is sort of the feeling of, oh my gosh, I'm so in love with this person. But it comes before you get to that place where you see the flaws in that person, or during the infatuation period, very often you find yourself feeling like you're sort of in the middle of this amazing fairy tale situation, and if somebody does something that would normally annoy you or would normally make you feel irritated, you kind of make excuses for them in your head, or you accept their own excuses that they give you. So I think it's a fine line. I would not call it love bombing when it's just normal infatuation, but I would also expect in a mature relationship for someone to not rush into overcommitment too quickly, things like that. Oh, wait, somebody just gave me a super chat. Who's that? Hello, Surf Smurf. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you. I appreciate it for the super chat. Thank you. I hope that answers your question, Las Miranda. Like I said, I do have a video on this, a couple of them actually, on this topic. And I noticed I haven't made a video on love bombing in quite some time. So if you like, I can make another one maybe this weekend or Monday. Hello, Dima. Welcome back. Muffy. Hello. Good morning, honey. She says, wait a minute, where'd she go? Muffy. She says, blessed day, everyone. Hi. Angie, my sweet friend. Hey, Muffy. How you doing, honey? Bonnie says, good morning, tribe. Good morning, Bonnie. Good to see you, honey. And I will be seeing you later today in the mastermind meeting, right? Amy Lofrida is here. Hello, Amy. Good morning. I'm sorry if I said your last name wrong. Jamie, hello. Welcome back. Good morning, she says. I told my husband off this morning, long story. I feel so good. Sometimes it feels really good to do that, especially when somebody really deserves to be told off. Girl, good for you. Congratulations. Let's see here. And then we have Southern Charm says, is it normal to be heartbroken when you hear your ex went to jail for domestic violence with a new girlfriend? She's an abuser. He didn't hurt me physically. Oh, interesting. Is it normal to be heartbroken when you hear your ex? I mean, I think that's reasonable. But I, I don't know the whole story, I guess. Um, is it normal? I guess that would depend on how you felt about your ex. Um, give me some more information so I can give you a better answer, Southern Charm. Good morning, Miss Carlita. How are things? Did you get any help with what you were working on? I know you were struggling a lot yesterday. Did you reach out to the news? Did you reach out to the ACLU? Let me know. Marcy Torres, good morning, good morning. Welcome back. Stephanie Anna says, I have court with the narc on Monday, and every time I sleep, I have bad nightmares of him. How do I stop this? Will it go on till court? It's exhausting. Yeah. You know what? Dreams are really just our subconscious trying to work something out that is in our head. So obviously, it makes sense that you would have these dreams. A couple of tips you can consider. Number one, before you go to sleep at night, make sure that you calm yourself down. Make sure you're focusing on what you want, not what you don't want. Take some time to think of 10 things you're grateful for, 3 things you love about yourself, and do some affirmations. A lot of times, like, burning a little candle and having a nice cup of tea or something like that, anything that kind of soothes your mood. Don't watch stressful things on TV before you go to bed. Listen to soft music. Maybe have some affirmations playing in the background while you go to sleep. Things like that. Let me know your thoughts. I know it's exhausting and I know it's terrible, but another thing is in your bedroom, make sure it's kind of a sanctuary for you while you're going through this. It'll really help a lot to relax you before you go to sleep. Sometimes a nice bath and some lavender oil and things like that help as well. It's about finding peace right before you go to sleep. I think that it tends to help with reducing nightmares anyway. Let me know your thoughts, Stephanie. Shannon O'Brien, hello, hello, my friend. Magella is back. Hello, Magella. Welcome back, my my Irish sister. Surf Smurf, what's up? Thank you so much for the super chat. I did not expect that at all. I appreciate it. Jenny 1979 says, I'm feeling miserable at this no contact thing. Miserably, excuse me. You know what? You have to give yourself a little break and you have to think about why you want to go no contact. What is the purpose for this? Is it because you want to be healthy and you want to stop being abused by this person? Because if that's the case, then guess what? You have to do what's right for yourself. I suggest, Jenny, that you sit down and write down a list of all the reasons that what am I trying to say here? I suggest that you write down all the reasons that you want to go no contact, all of the emotions that came with that. Write down, the names or the manipulations that you've been dealing with, anything that the narcissist has done to you that has caused you to want to go no contact, and put it on paper. And then every time you feel like I want to contact this person, read the paper. And also here's another little tip. This actually comes from a silly place, but when I'm going, I'm back on my little Weight Watchers plan because I gained a few pounds and I need to get back to where I was. And one of the things, I was rereading my book Project Blissful, which I wrote when I lost 100 pounds, and because who better to help me lose weight than me, right? Anyway, and so Project Blissful. So I was reading the book, and one of the things that was in the book, and it's the truth, is that 20 minutes is a good amount of time. So next time you want to contact the narcissist, wait 20 minutes. And the point is in the book, it's about your body getting full, but a lot happens in 20 minutes. And if you think to yourself, okay, so if he texts you and you want to respond, wait 20 minutes before you respond and really think about it. Do I really want to respond to this person? If you want to reach out and say, oh, this, that, or the other thing, wait 20 minutes. And if in 20 minutes you still want to do it, you have permission. Although I think that by the end of 20 minutes, chances are you're going to be able to be kind of more reasonable about it at that moment. Give it a try, see what happens. Let me know your thoughts. James F. says, this weekend will be very peaceful for me. The narc left 6 months ago. I love the peace without the toxic energy around. That is a beautiful thing, my friend. I'm so happy to hear it. And I am totally with you. Laura Lee, good morning. Good morning. Wendy Smith says, hey, Wendy, welcome back. And Healthy Love is here. Hey, it's been a while. How you doing? Good to see you. She says, good morning. Wow, it's been a long time. I was slammed with work and looking for a new house, and I found it. Yes, congratulations. She says, yay, my daughter's going to live back with me starting June 1st. That's amazing. I'm so happy to hear it. Thank you so much for sharing it with us. I know that you have been struggling so much, and to see that just does my heart so much good. Thank you so much. Everybody, hands up for Healthy Love. Okay. Cute Rabbit says, can you please explain how an empath can be raised by narcissistic parents and not influenced by them? Oh, we're influenced by them. Okay. But here's what it is. This is what I think anyway. An empath is an empath is an empath, right? You can't change who you are. But growing up with narcissistic parents, certainly, some YouTubers call it narcissistic fleas or whatever, right? But you can kind of have certain behaviors. Like for example, when I got out of my mother's house, I thought that I should be in control of the marriage. I thought that I should be in control of everything because that's what I watched my mother do. And over time, I learned that it was not ever about, I learned who I was versus who she was. It took me a while to figure it out. But and it bothered her very much that I wasn't just like her, as always, Uh, but but underneath it all, I was still an understanding, open person, and I could feel other people's emotions. And that is as I was growing and changing, instead of where a narcissist will just keep fighting, an empath generally will um, kind of change their behavior based on what the people they love in their lives are doing. And so, and how they're behaving. We're going to react to other people's emotions, which is why the narcissists like us so much in the first place. But yeah, we totally are influenced by them, and that's very often why we end up with narcissists. Whether we have the fleas where we're kind of bossy or we're kind of this or that at first until we realize what's going on. Um, the opposite end of that spectrum is that we accept abuse because we think that's normal, and we have a high threshold for abuse because we doubt ourselves consistently from the time we can start to think about ourselves, because we're consistently taught that we aren't worthy, we aren't good enough. And so that is, we're absolutely influenced by them for sure, 100%. I hope that makes sense. But as we get older, as we grow, personally, it has been an evolutionary process for me. When I started off in life as an adult, I was clueless. Like, totally. Okay, really, I was clueless. But as I got older, as I started to understand the world better and understand people better, I started to understand that I was more, I could do more, I could be more if I was more in tune with myself as well as the world around me. So that has changed me. I like to, evolution is a beautiful thing. We all have to kind of evolve. So I hope that's helpful. Let me know your thoughts on that. Raven C says, I just found out I have 18,000 more debt than I knew. So yeah, no lawyer for me. Oh my goodness. How did you, I mean, was that a student loan or what was that? How do you have 18,000 more debt than you knew? Let me know. Shannon O'Brien says, so many people here. It's great. Welcome to Angie. Thank you, Miss Shannon. I appreciate you. Angie's live session this Friday. Yes, thank you, thank you. Shannon is one of our amazing admins, and I always appreciate her so much. And I'll see her today at our mastermind meeting. Chrissy Clark, hello, hello, welcome. She says, hi, Angie. I was wondering, my narcissist ex keeps texting me, and now I miss him. He's being sweet and saying everything's his fault, but I can't help but feel he might be trying to manipulate you again. Chrissy, if, as James here says, it's a trap, if you are sure that, or pretty sure that you're dealing with a narcissist or toxic person, chances are it is a trap. It's called hoovering. He is trying to suck you back in. Of course you miss him because, the thing about narcissists is that really sucks is that there are things about them that we really like. We like, sometimes they're dangerous, sometimes they're charming, sometimes they're, exciting. And well, if you watch the video I made yesterday, we can become very addicted to them. So I'm going to make a video later today about how to kind of let go of them a little bit. I've made other videos about that too, but a new one today about, some new techniques and stuff you can try. But honestly, Chrissy, I would take it with a grain of salt and I would consider blocking him, because if you feel weak, which it sounds like you're feeling a little bit unsure of yourself, this would be a perfect time for you to, stand up, steel up your spine, as I like to say, and just be strong and don't allow him to get to you. I would not respond to him at all if you can. Of course, it's his fault, but he's only saying that because he wants you back. Once he gets you back after a week or two or a day or two, once he's sure that he has his claws firmly back in you, he's going to go back to the same way he was. So you have to think about that and be aware of it. And I'm telling you, girl, I can't tell you how many times I fell for that line. Oh, I promise I'm going to be better. I promise I'm going to treat you better. Oh, I know you're worth so much more than this. I'm so sorry. And then the same thing happens again. The fact of the matter is, Chrissy, that what I would suggest is that you focus on healing yourself, and as you're doing that, start to think about when you get, to the far end of the healing spectrum, so to speak, then start thinking about getting involved, maybe looking to date people who are actually worth your time. You're too good for him. That's all I'm saying. Tell me your thoughts. Yeah, James, you're right. Chrissy, it is a trap. Okay. Jennifer Smith says, oh, girl, yeah. She says, Angie, have you ever felt like you totally lost your identity, like almost a blank canvas, and you had to be careful of others who would label or attach their identity onto you? Scary. Yes. Jennifer, yes. Yes. In fact, when I went no contact with my narcissistic parent, and when I was, about 8 years ago now, I absolutely felt just like that because, and this is a weird thing to say, but the fact of the matter is I didn't even know who I was, because for my whole life I had been struggling to try to be something that I wasn't. And it wasn't until I went no contact that I really, I think, fully discovered who I am and what I'm all about. Like I always kind of had an inkling of who I was, but I didn't really know. And so it was almost fun once I got past the hard part, but it was almost fun choosing myself after that, deciding who I wanted to be and what I wanted to be about. Like, like I said, I had kind of a basic structure idea, but as I'm going through life, during those years growing up and even as a young adult, I found myself always thinking I wasn't real, I wasn't enough, I could never be enough. Everybody around me seemed more real than me. I didn't even think I was a real person, because I was taught that basically. And everything I said, did, thought, felt was discounted and invalidated. And so when as I was going through the process of sort of detoxifying from all of that, I started to realize that a lot of the things that I was thinking, a lot of the beliefs that I had, all of these things, they weren't even my own beliefs. They weren't even my own thoughts. And I had to sort of realize that I was like hearing this record play in my head about all the things I had been raised with. And so slowly over time, I had to let go of those preconceived notions and choose my beliefs and my ideas for myself. And so then it became fun. It was at first overwhelming and shocking to me. I couldn't believe, I thought I knew who I was. I had no idea. And so, yes, I totally get it. I totally get it. Just definitely protect yourself. Definitely be aware of yourself, and start to focus on how you can really sort of come out as your true self. And when you do that, make sure you're unconditionally accepting and loving yourself in the process. It's a beautiful thing, my friend. I'm telling you. Southern Charm says, I can't explain this pain. It's like more grief when we've done okay co-parenting on simple things like prom for our daughter, and now she knows her dad just got out of jail. She's just hurt. She's hurt and humiliated, and I can't see the rest of that one. Um, where was it? Where was it? Okay, wait a minute. Sorry, guys, my thing just spun out of. Okay. Trying to give info on his off and on girlfriend has been terrorizing me and my family and our daughter via text. Oh no. We ignore her, but they are both drunk since she's beat him up many times and he's fought back. Oh my goodness. I think I think at this point, I would say think about the not my monkeys thing, not my monkeys, not my circus or whatever. This is not your problem. And I know it sucks. And I know your daughter's hearing about it, but maybe you need to manage your daughter's contacts for a while and not allow her to hear about this stuff. It's terrible. And I know it's probably hurting your daughter very much. And I do understand the grief. I do understand the pain. And it of course it sucks. Of course she's hurt. Of course she's humiliated your daughter, but I would be focusing on her and not him. I feel where you're coming from. You're obviously a total empath, that it would break your heart that your ex would do this or be involved in this. But how do I put this? He was abusive to you, and so karma. So sometimes a little bit of a bitch. You know what I mean? And I feel your pain. I can feel it. Somehow through this computer, I can feel it. But I want you to know that. Um, it's not your fault. He didn't do anything to him to cause this. He chose that person. He chose that relationship, and your daughter is the only one I would be worried about now. I would not. I would only focus on her, and making sure that she knows that what happened is as much as she's going to prom, so she must be a teenager, so she's capable of understanding pretty much everything that happened up to a point. I would explain it to her, as I'm sure you've already done it, as politely and calmly as you can, and dad's in a toxic relationship. This is what's going on. And also remember that a lot of times, um, you know th- they love narcissists love a good sob story. They love for people to feel sad and sorry for them. So don't give them too much supply in that moment. Again, I would just focus mostly on your daughter, and I feel your pain. I know it's hard, and I'm so sorry. I wish I could give you better advice than that. Let me know your thoughts. Okay. Let's see here. So now we have Bella of Amherst. Hello, love. How are you? She says, hi, all. Happy Friday and happy spring. Hope everyone is well. Question: when the narcissist is really losing it, is there any other technique besides Grey Rock that will keep the narc from getting their fix and easing the pain? Huh. Okay. Yeah. If you, I mean, no, not that will keep them from getting their fix. You know what I mean? Certainly, if you want to ease the pain, I could tell you what to do. If you want to ease their pain, if you want to, you know, keep them from getting their fix, and you don't want a gray rock, what I mean, are you still in the situation? Are you going to be next to them while this is happening, or can you just ignore them? Do you not want the narcissist to lose it? Can you give me a little more information, Belle? I think I'm missing your question, the point of your question a little bit. Help me understand. Surf Smurf, again, thank you so much for the super chat. I sincerely appreciate that so much. Um, hello, Marzaluka. Welcome back, my friend. How are you? Hope to see you later today at our meeting. Jessica Higgs says, and by the way, Maura, how's everything? Are you? I think I saw your message late last night. And if it read the way I thought it did, it seems like maybe it was a good thing. Maybe a little bit of progress. Supervised visits, maybe. Jessica, what about a narcissist friend? Oh, Jessica, well, narcissist friends can be equally toxic and equally painful to us. So, what do you want to know about a narcissist friend? Let me know. And Shannon says hello to Maura. Wendy Smith says, how do you let go of people who do not understand narcissistic abuse, as in family? Does the disordered understand what they've done wrong to their children and how to deal with the aftermath of it all? Narcissists generally don't think they've done anything wrong. They don't, I mean, occasionally they'll come out and be like, okay, I'm the bad guy. All right. But in general, they usually think that everybody else is the problem. So I would say 99% of the time, 97% of the time, no, they don't understand what they've done. And they play victim instead of actually admitting their faults. How to deal with the aftermath of it all, I would say they don't even think there is such a thing. They're just going to keep playing the game. How do you let go of people like that? You just don't talk to them about it. You just say, okay, I understand that you don't understand, and I'm not going to talk to you about this anymore. If these people are acting as flying monkeys and they are trying to push you back toward the narcissist or something like that, then my advice is to step back from those people until you're through the hard part of the discard or the divorce or whatever. Let me know your thoughts, Wendy. Am I missing something? Surf Smurf says hi to Maura. Cute Rabbit says, why narcissists, even after exposing them, they continue their bad behavior? Is that just because you're weak in their eyes? Oh, that's a great question. It's because they don't truly believe that you have exposed them. It's because they don't even fully see themselves like we see them. Do you understand what I mean? Like they can't, it's like when a narcissist looks in a mirror, is distorted, and they see the mask that they've been putting on in front of the whole world. But as an empath, and especially one that's been, spending, that well and intimately, you've seen past that mask for years, right? So, of course, of course, they don't even know how well you see them, and it makes them mad that you see them at all behind the mask. So that's part of it. And yeah, definitely they think you're weak. Definitely they think they can control you. I remember how it felt when I first became empowered and I first understood that what narcissists were and what I was dealing with. And I remember seeing them attempt to manipulate me and me going, I see right through this. And then not falling for it, not allowing them to manipulate me. And my God, the empowerment, the feeling of power, the feeling of being in control that I had never previously had before was almost overwhelming. And it was a beautiful thing, you know. So my suggestion to you, if you're in this situation, is to give yourself a big hug, embrace your power, and be strong, and know that you know what you're dealing with, and that they don't even understand how much you know what you're dealing with. That's the beauty of this whole deal, is that you can learn to really see them for what they are without actually telling them that you see them. And then you can watch them play this stupid game that you might have been clueless about before, but now you know what they're doing, and now you have so much more control over your emotions and yourself. And even though they sometimes do still get to you and sometimes do still make you feel crazy, logically you know the truth. And when you know the truth logically and you begin to love yourself enough, eventually you will get there where you're like, are you freaking kidding me with this? And then it's incredibly empowering. I'm telling you, try it. Good morning, Miss Renee Goodell. How are you today? And hands up for Surf Smurf, says Shannon for the super chat. Thank you, Miss Shannon. Fearless Friday, Bonnie says. Bonnie says, Angie Cupcake left me chocolates and card and grocery store flowers on the table. 32nd anniversary. She says, I left him beef jerky treats and no card, and a card, no talkie. So, Bonnie, you guys are going through the motions. And I remember you telling me on Valentine's Day that he did the same deal, grocery store chocolates and a card or something, or chocolates and a card or something like that. I don't understand why he does this when he's clearly not even engaging with you otherwise, right? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, Bonnie. And you left him beef jerky treats and a card. I find that a little interesting. But no talking still. That's just so outrageous. I don't know, Bonnie. I know it's a difficult situation. I'm looking forward to hearing a little more about it later today. That's how are you feeling? 32nd anniversary, my gosh. Do you think that maybe your kids are sneaking in there, leaving that stuff on the on the table, or is it really his handwriting? Let me know. Ron Nelson says, "Hey Angie and friends." Hey Ron Nelson, welcome back, my friend. Surf Smurf says, "Thanks to Shannon." Anju says, "Hello, Anju, welcome back." Carla is here. Hello, Carla. She says, "Good morning. Have you done a video on narc black cloud syndrome, not being able to be happy as soon as you..." Oh my goodness. I did not call it that, but yes. And in fact, I will do another one. Let me just pull out my trusty bullet journal and write it down, because I have not called it black cloud syndrome, but that's a thing, I guess. I have definitely experienced something like that. Let me write this down here. Yeah. Black cloud syndrome. And that's the truth. That's something that I've seen in my own life. Like, God forbid I should be happy. Yeah, I've seen it. I will definitely do that for sure. And like I said, I have done videos about that topic. I just never called it black cloud syndrome. Yeah, it's terrible. I think one of the videos is called something about why the narcissist hates when you're happy, or hates your happiness or something like that. Anyway. Lisa Ashley is here. She says, "Hi, Angie. I'm new. Hello and welcome. Found you on in a moment of desperation a week ago and have been watching as many videos as I can. Thank you. My pleasure. I hope you're finding some peace and help with the videos, Lisa, and welcome to our tribe. Happy to have you." Jessica Higgs says, good morning. Good morning, Jessica. Bonnie says, I need a chorus of spanily voices to tell off this narc here. He has chutzpah to spare. I know, but that's funny the way you put it, though. Hello, it's my life. Welcome back, my friend. And James F says, I think it's normal to feel empathy even after all you went through with him. Sure, I do too, especially when your daughter's involved and your daughter's heart is broken. But don't allow it to take you down. Don't allow it to, don't feel sorry for him and let him back into your life as a result of it. You know. Gwen says, I'm trying to gather the courage to go for a job that I want. I haven't worked in years. My ex told me that I could never be good at this work and that I was nothing. I'm so scared. I'm in tears. Oh my gosh, Gwen, I'm so sorry. Listen, I'll tell you this, you have to work through the fear and you have to do it anyway. All right. Here's the thing, Gwen, with, what I do now, sitting here talking to you guys and making videos and doing life coaching and all of this stuff, writing books. My God, if I if I listen to my fear, I certainly wouldn't be sitting here with you guys right now. I would probably be working in some job I hated, doing some things I didn't like to do or whatever. And I can't say enough about doing, we all have a little fear. Fear is normal. Everybody feels it. But if you want to succeed, you have to feel the fear and do it anyway. You feel me? You have to keep going. And one of the things, and sometimes you have to kind of fake it till you make it. So one of my favorite quotes, when maybe you can use this as an affirmation as you're moving forward, is I am fearless and therefore I am powerful. And I want you to think about that. I'm fearless, therefore powerful. Like really own that. You know what I mean? And pretty soon you might actually become fearless because at this point I'm pretty darn fearless. It takes time, but you at the beginning you just have to feel the fear and do it anyway. If you want that job, girl, think of it as already your job. It's already my job. I'm going to get that job. Focus on that. Oh, I'm going to this interview. I'm going to get my job now. I'm waiting. I'm going to buy these clothes for my job. You know what I'm saying? Like see it as though you already have it. Like ask the universe for it. Believe you're going to get it, and then you're going to get it. Stay focused on what you want, not what you don't want. It's important. Don't focus on the fear. Focus on what you want. Gwen, you can do this. If you want that job, you can get that job. Go in there, feel confident, feel sure of yourself, get that job. And if you want to give me some information about what kind of job it is, I can give you a few more tips. Carlita Vega says, I have a couple of appointments. One of my clients, graduated law school with honors and is known in my county. He's an advocate for human rights. We're meeting on Tuesday. Oh, girl, that is great news. I knew this would work. This is good. This is perfect. And I'm so, so glad to hear it. She said, I'm meeting a lawyer in a couple, I guess, weeks. I can't see the rest of that. But Carlita, I think that's excellent. And I love that you're taking action like that. I love that you're reaching out to your existing network to do that. I'm so proud of you. And I just want to give you a big hug today. Everybody hands up for Carlita for working through the fear. And as we see here, feeling the fear and doing it anyway. I'm so, so proud of you, Carlita. Good stuff. Andrew says, I like the Mandela's idea very much. Awesome. I'm so glad you like it. I'm so glad. One person actually put a thumbs down on that video. I was like, really? Why are you putting a thumbs down on it? It's just a little free thing. Come on. Anyway, good morning, Stephanie Fuller. How are you? Jennifer Smith says, has anyone felt guilty or guilt tripped because they finally left? When I and my son quietly leave, we may or may not have to live in a shelter for a while. Guilt tripping is normal. It's normal when you finally leave. And I know even when I went no contact with my parent, I felt a little guilty. But when I realized how much lighter my heart felt and how much weight had been removed from my shoulders, I stopped feeling guilty pretty quickly. Guilt is something that they teach us. They teach us to feel guilty so that we can enjoy ourselves and enjoy our lives, Jennifer. So I think do what you have to do. Be careful about, choosing the proper place to be in a shelter, but make sure you're safe. Of course, you're going to feel a little guilty because you've been sort of trained to feel obligation. It's that sense of obligation that's the issue. And in my case, there was a moment at which the obligation cord just kind of broke. And I guess that helped a lot for me. But Jennifer, if you do the thing where you make the list of the reasons you're leaving and you keep a hold of it and you read it, you might need to get angry in order to keep going forward for a short time. So if you can pull up some justifiable anger in yourself, it might help you to spring yourself out of there with less guilt. and then once you get through and you get to your new place, you and your son are living in an apartment or a house somewhere, then you can work through letting go of the anger. And I can give you some tips for that when you're ready. So let me know your thoughts on that. Shannon O'Brien says, James, I know what you mean. I still care, but the need to protect myself and my husband and children is so much more important. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's right. It's so true. C. Hernandez says, happy Easter weekend to you, Angie, and everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cute Rabbit says, can you please explain why narcissists do not love sleeping at night? Because of what? Good question. I think they like to keep us awake because it allows them to control us better if we can't sleep in normal ways. So, uh-oh. Yeah, anyway. So there's that. Okay, let's see here. But I'm sorry. I guess I need to know your question. I know narcissists sometimes are nappers and things like that, but I guess I need to know I think there's more behind your question. Check out my videos on sleep abuse. That might help you. Carlita says, in a couple of weeks, she's seeing a lawyer. She said, I have to write the ACLU. They don't talk to you on the phone about legal assistance. I'm going to get in contact with you. I need to see what I can say without getting in trouble. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Bonnie says, Easter's coming fast. I haven't firmed anything up with my family. I'm sick and busy taking care of my dying mom and living with a dark triad narc. I know, honey, but you know what? You don't have to do Easter if you don't want to do Easter. I know you have the kids and everything, but they're adults now, and they can help with Easter. If you're going to have Easter at your place, or maybe one of them can host Easter and you can go there. I don't know what your family tradition is, but just take care of yourself first. Surf Smurf says, I got to step away from my phone, but I'm putting my Jeep in the shop right now, but I'll be back. All righty. Healthy Love says, oh, Bonnie says lavender is good. Yeah. Healthy Love says to Southern Charm, maybe instead of, is it normal to check if it feels healthy for you? Oh, I like that. She says, I hope you can see that as that way as empowering. If you are at peace in your heart, feeling compassion, and it's healthy for you, good. I like that. Kimberly Binion says, have you noticed that some people attract narcissists more than others? I seem to get with one after another. Yes, ma'am, I have. I suggest it might be because you're an empath. I don't know that for sure, but I did a video the other day actually called Are You an Empath? So check that out. And if you find that you are an empath, as a matter of fact, I suggest that you watch some more videos about that I've done, because very, very often empaths are very attractive to narcissists for a number of reasons. One of the main reasons is because they test us early on and they check to see, are we going to react to their extreme emotions? Are we going to backpedal if we hurt their feelings? How are we going, and we are just by nature, we're going to react to anyone's extreme emotions and try to soothe them. Narcissists see that and they're like, yes, that's the one. They want somebody who acts like an empath because they're literally the polar opposite of that. They need supply and we're perfect for supply. I suggest that you check that out and let me know your thoughts. Morning, Jessica Higgs. Stephanie says, I need counseling, but I can't afford the kind I need. What do you suggest? Well, getting involved with groups like this is helpful. SPAN is helpful. You can learn about that, queenbeing.com/SPAN. You can check with your insurance company if you have insurance. Those are some ideas. I'm actually working on a group coaching program, which would be a little bit cheaper. I don't know what your budget looks like, but I'll have that as well. So it's coming soon. If you're interested, let me know. Rose Hargrove says, Angie, I need to confess that 2 weeks ago, my son flipped over the couch and threw me off of it. I hurt my back. He swears he won't do it again. I know better, but I don't know what to do. Rose, you need to get him out of your house. I'm so sorry that this happened, but this is physical abuse, Rose. And Once that starts, there's no guarantee of your safety. My suggestion to you is to, I mean, I guess it's maybe too late to make a police report, but if he ever does anything like that again, I would make a police report, have him arrested, and change the locks on your house. And I would take all of his crap and put it in a storage locker and, you know, leave a key for him at the jail, because don't let anybody bail him out. You know what I mean? That's very dangerous and it scares me, Rose. And I'm so sorry. I wish I could be closer to you so I could go over there and handle it myself for you. I think that you should consider getting him out of your house as soon as possible. And if he does any other sort of physical anything to you, then you must contact the police and you must press charges and have him arrested and then get a restraining order. Let me know your thoughts. Bonnie says, my stomach is doing flip flops. Is that because you're sick, Bonnie, or because you're stressed out about Easter? Let me know. James F says, Shannon, definitely our need to self-protect should always be greater. I agree. Bonnie says, fly me to the moon. That's great. Hello, Marianne O'Donnell. Welcome back. Southern Charm says, trying to give, okay, I got this one already. Carlita says, yeah, she asked Rose if the son lives in the house with her. James F says, hey, Bonnie. Anju says, Angie, you want to say reason for going no contact. Well, the reasons for going no contact have to be because you want to protect yourself, because you want to be happy, because when you are in contact with a toxic person, their toxic crap spills up all over you. It's all over you, and you can't escape it if they're still in your lives. Removing toxic people from your lives is the best way to start over and reclaim yourself in your life. Let me know if you need more information than that. I've done lots of videos about reasons to go no contact as well. Good morning from the Bahamas, Jessica. That's awesome. I wish I was in the Bahamas. Yeah, Rose says, yeah. Bonnie says, flying monkeys, grown children, and toxic narcs. Oh my, girl, I know. Southern Charm says her ex shouldn't have been there since doctor's orders when he was in treatment, and now it starts all over again. Very sad that it doesn't get better. I hoped he would get better and be a good dad. Stupid me. Honey, you're not stupid. He's just a broken person. And the best thing that you can do is support your daughter and emotionally and otherwise, and let her know you're there for her. And okay, so dad's got some problems. That doesn't mean that the world has to end. It means dad has problems, and you and your daughter can move forward together with knowledge and information. Maybe get her in some counseling so she can mentally separate herself from him. That's one thing that is important when our parents are messed up like that, is to be able to sort of mentally distance yourself. Just because that's your parent doesn't mean that's who you are, that kind of thing. Be very careful not to tear them apart in front of her, which I'm sure you have been, and just stay focused on moving forward with her and without him. He's the one dealing with his own issues. Let him deal. It's not your problem anymore. Let me know your thoughts. Yeah, Bonnie, holidays are very difficult. Yes. T says, good morning. Just started with your channel. Thanks for doing this. Well, my pleasure. And good morning to you, T. I'm happy to have you and welcome to the tribe. Good morning, Andrea says. Good morning. How are you, honey? Bonnie says, healthy love, hands up. God bless. Shannon O'Brien says, to Southern Charm, it sounds like hopeful you. True that. James F says, for those dealing with narcs this holiday, try to remain calm, don't react, and be ready for anything. They are capable of all kinds of drama and BS. Hey, I love that. And that's really this holiday totally slipped my mind, actually. I still have to go do I still have to go to my meeting with the Easter Bunny. I haven't done that yet. Anyway, so I think that's a good point on which to step away. I've got to rush off. I was only supposed to be here for like 15 minutes today, and I've been here for 43 minutes. I'm so sorry. But James, I want to read your comment again because it's excellent. So try to remain calm, don't react, and be ready for anything. I think that's important. The holiday weekend upon us, this time you're going to need more strength than ever. If you haven't joined SPAN already, get in there and join it. I don't know if I'll be here on Monday for sure. I'm thinking I won't be because my family's all going to be in the house. So I may take Monday off. I have to check with my office manager and see if she, in fact, has given me the day as I hope she has. I don't know because I forgot about the holiday. So, but I may be here Monday. I'll have to see how my day goes and how it plays out. But I'm going to say right now, if I do come in Monday, consider it a surprise. How about that? Otherwise, I'll see you on Tuesday for a full session and another session with Dana Morningstar in the afternoon. And I will also be here later today with a video, and I'll try to have videos for you throughout the weekend as well. So as always, thank you so much for being a part of my day and a part of my life. Thanks for letting me be a part of yours. It really does mean a lot to me. Feel free to hang out here and chat until YouTube cuts us off. And I will see you guys all very soon. Have a lovely weekend.